Hey peeps, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about what items you should prioritize in Firelands. Now the most important one in my opinion is the Majordomo Pro token. That one enables your 2-piece, also gives you a really good stat bonus, especially if you get it on heroic. It's overall just a huge gain when you're progging because the bosses are longer, you get your fire ally up the whole time, which obviously gives you a big chunk of damage. Now for the second item we have the VPL trinket, the lightning capacitator. For us, the normal trinkets are going from P1 with Bell and Darkmoon Card Volcano to Darkmoon Card Volcano and normal lightning capacitator. Sims about 235 DPS higher. So the trinket on normal is still quite useful, but the gain of that normal trinket is lower than other items on heroic. Now if you know that your guild's gonna kill heroic Ragnaros week 1 or 2, maybe even 3, I would put this on number 2. If you know that your guild is not gonna kill heroic Ragnaros in the first 3, 4, 5 lockouts, then I wouldn't put this on number 2, but I would put it on number 3 or 4. The next item that I think is also gonna be really good to PRIO is Crown of Flame, but only if you have multiple Ellie Shamans and Resto Shamans in your guild that frequently come to the raid, maybe even get swapped out. So obviously they're all gonna be chasing after the Crown of Flame as well. If you are one of the only Ellie Shamans that are basically playing in the same raid all the time, there should basically baseline go to you. I think it should definitely go to you over Resto Shamans, but that being said, that depends on your guild. So if you have a lot of shamans, then you should definitely PRIO this if you know you're going to kill Ragnaros early on in the first few couple lockouts. If not, then you can just not PRIO this at all or put this on number 4 or 5. Now let's talk about what you should prioritize when you don't get staff and let's say you're number 4, 5 or 6 on staff. I would definitely go for a main hand offhand combo. The best option would be the Ragnaros main hand, which obviously requires you to kill Ragnaros heroic for a decent main hand. If not, you can take the axe, which is called Eye of Purification, which is a shared boss loot, which is about 500-ish DPS worse than a Ragnaros weapon, but it's still a decent gain obviously. And of course, as the offhand, you're going to be taking the Beth shield, which is the spider boss from the raid. Next up, we're going back to Majordomo. He has a really good neck frost that we want. Obviously every single caster wants this neck, so they probably have this on their list as well. So either you can skip this and just take it last, or put this on maybe spot 2 or 3 on your list, depending on if you're going to kill Majordomo week 1, 2 or 3, but you're not killing Ragnaros. Now of course, if your raid does not kill Ragnaros or Majordomo in week 1, 2 or 3, there's other items you can prioritize instead. You have the heroic tier chest that gives a decent gain, the Shannock's ring that gives a decent gain, and obviously the Rhyolift bracers that also give a decent gain. They give all about the same DPS increase. The bracers are a little worse because you can basically buy yourself the Valor bracers from the auction house, and then the jump obviously from Valor bracers to the Rhyolift bracers is smaller than going from tier 11 to tier 12 bracers. And of course, if you are one of the only male users in the raid, that means the bracers are basically baseline going to you, meaning you don't have to PRIO them at all. Something I forgot to mention, the only reason why we're prioritizing Majordomo's shoulder tier piece so high is due to the fact that our 2-piece gets enabled. That being said, if you get lucky week 2 from the raid that drops hands and pants tier pieces, you can obviously not prioritize your heroic shoulder piece as high. It's still going to be a decent jump going from heroic tier 11 to heroic tier 12, especially over some items like let's say the boots, because the boots aren't as big as let's say the neck or the trinket. So you should always sim your character and see whatever you need. This is specifically for week 1 and 2. Right, let's just go through all the lists. So first up, let's talk about the list for people that kill Majordomo and Ragnaros early on. You want to have the Majordomo Pro token to get your 2-piece, Crown of Flame, Majordomo neck, heroic tier chest, Shannock's ring, and bracers. For the people that kill Majordomo but don't kill Ragnaros, I would definitely say Majordomo token, Majordomo neck, heroic tier chest, Shannock's ring, bracers, and then Crown of Flame from Ragnaros if you're killing him-ish by then, and if not, you can get the boots instead. Now for the guilds that are gonna be basically proccing a little longer. If you are the first staff or second staff or something along the lines, you obviously don't need to get a main hand and offhand because you're gonna be working on the staff specifically, and you should give that to other people instead. As an example, the smoldering staff from the shared boss loot is about 1500 DPS higher than the old main hand offhand from tier 11. So there are a few options for staffs that basically no one really wants, and you can just take that until you get the legendary staff, while passing on main hands and offhands, of course, for other people that probably need them more than you. So For the people with the staff, I would say you get the heroic tier chest, the Shanox ring and bracers. Then you can either go for the boots or the Rhyolith neck. The Rhyolith neck is technically better than the boots, but obviously it's second best. It's, I think, like half as good as the Major Domo neck, especially since, you know, everyone wants that neck as well. Rhyolith is kinda uncontested. But that being said, you gotta just know how your guild is gonna be doing, because if you've been doing raids with your guild and other tiers with your guild, you know how hard the boss is and how long you gonna be on the boss progging and how long it takes for you to even get to the boss. So if you know you're gonna be at Major Domo week 4 and you're gonna be killing him week 5, I would just say buy it in the sour apple and not put Rhyolith neck on your PRIO list and just put the Major Domo neck instead. If you know you're gonna be struggling a little more than that, then I would definitely just take the Rhyolith neck and get the Major Domo neck eventually. So let's go again. We have the heroic tier chest, the Shanox ring, bracers, then the Rhyolith neck, and then the boots. And after that, I would say heroic pants. If you are one of the only male users, I would put heroic pants above the boots. Now, of course, if you're not getting the staff, you do need a main hand and offhand, so I would recommend Eye of Purification with the Beth shield, heroic tier chest, the Shanox ring, bracers, and then the Rhyolith neck or the boots from Shanox. That's basically everything. I hope this helped you out a little bit, and if you have any questions or something, put them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you. I'm super busy at the moment, obviously, with my guild preparation for the raid and doing other videos and also playing on the side, so it might take a few days, but I'll try to get back to you guys as fast as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in the next video.